Hi everybody, meteorologist Joe Thompson with you here with your Saturday evening web forecast. And the big story here as we go through the rest of the weekend is going to be the dangerous cold that is in place. Good chunk of our area under a wind chill warning as we go through Saturday night and most of our Sunday as well. Basically all of our counties along I-75 and east, including Toledo, BG, Findlay, over towards Tiffin, Fremont, and Sandusky in that wind chill warning. That's in effect until 7 p.m. Sunday night. These places you can expect wind chills anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees below zero. So dangerous cold, folks. Our western counties under a wind chill advisory. The wind's probably not going to be as strong out here, but still enough to knock those wind chills to 10 or 15 degrees below zero. Basically, there's nowhere to go to get away from this cold. It is not going to be feeling very pretty out there whatsoever. We do have several records that are in jeopardy here over the next couple of days. I want to break those down for you here real quick. As we go into our Sunday, the record low temperature for February 15th is 8 below. That was set fairly recently, just 8 years ago, back in 2007. Our current forecast, though, has us dropping down to 9 below zero. So that record certainly could be broken by the time we wake up on Sunday morning. As we also look at February 15th for the high temperature, the coldest high temperature ever set on that day was 8 degrees, set way back in 1905. This record is going to be broken. I can pretty much guarantee you that because our forecasted high for Sunday, that's the high temperature, folks, 0 degrees. That's all it's going to get to. And in fact, that's not just going to set the coldest high temperature for the date of February the 15th. It's also going to be jeopardizing the coldest high temperature ever set for the month of February as a whole. The coldest temperature was recorded at 2 below back on February 9th, 1899. That was the only date where the high temperature in the month of February did not get to 0 degrees or higher. That's, again, the only time. So we're going to be pretty close to that record, and these records go all the way back to 1881. So this is extremely unusual cold for this time of year. If this was January, it would make a little more sense, but the fact that we're getting into the middle of February and we're talking temperatures this low is a little bit on the unusual side. And then finally, the record low temperature for Monday on February the 16th, also 8 below. That was set back on that date back in 1963. Another night, though, expected to drop down to 9 below zero. So again, that record, too, could be broken. I think 3 of those records have a good chance. The all-time record, we may just get a little too warm Sunday afternoon. You know, it's not going to feel warm out there, that's for sure. But it's extreme cold, that's for sure. Here's the band of snow that worked its way on through as we went through our day on Saturday. Most of us picking up an inch or 2, and they were kind of snow squalls. So when it came through, it fell heavy, and combined with gusty winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, there were some whiteout conditions. The roadways are quite slippery out there as of Saturday night, and that snow, even though it's winded down and we're nearly not expecting much more as we go through the rest of the night, it's still going to be blowing and drifting. So still expect some icy spots as we go throughout our Saturday night and Sunday. And it all came through with an Arctic front, which is now down towards the Appalachians, and now the cold air is just spilling out of Canada and into the Great Lakes. And these temperatures are going to continue to drop down below zero as we go through the overnight hours. And really, for the next couple of weeks, this cold air is just going to kind of keep recycling itself. So we may have a day or two where we bump up into the 20s, maybe a day or two in the 30s, but then that cold air will continue to surge its way back on down. So the rest of February is shaping up to be on the cold side. So as we put this all into a forecast for you, again, we are expecting to drop down to 9 below as we go through our Saturday night into Sunday morning. Skies will be partly cloudy. We're going to keep those winds pretty brisk at 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the northwest. So that's why we are expecting those wind chills anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees below zero. Limit your time outdoors. And again, as we like to remind you, especially you pet owners, make sure the animals have a warm place to stay. Don't be leaving your dog outside tonight. They need a warm spot this evening. Mostly sunny as we go into our Sunday, so it will look nice outside. It will not feel nice with that high temperature again of just 0 degrees. The winds will not be as strong Sunday as they were on Saturday, but still even getting up to around 10-15 miles per hour, enough to knock the wind chills down to as much as 20 below. So the cold is here. It's here to stay for at least the next few days. Just find ways to stay warm. Hopefully you've got a nice Valentine you can snuggle up against tonight and keep yourself nice and warm.